save. Make better financial decisions. That would be the thing. Make better financial decisions. Cut up your credit cards, kid. That would be my advice. Cut up your credit cards. My entrepreneurial journey started when I was younger. I was that kid that had the lemonade stand. So I was born in Pittsburgh, diehard Steelers fan. No matter where I go, you're not gonna take that from me. So I saw my mom, she had a gift basket business from early on. So that was like where I really got my entrepreneurial spirit. Went from having lemonade stands to the moment that it snowed outside. I couldn't wait for snow days up north, not because I wanted to go sledding, because I knew that that was $100 to $200 day for me that could buy some shoes or video games. I transitioned into sales roles in my teens into early adulthood because I always, in my career journey, always went kind of between these two pathways. I've always appreciated that, been a self-starter. It's just been embedded in me since like early on. I mean, my journey with credit is personal. I'm not the financial guru. I'm the one that messed up his credit and just wanted to build something that helped people not go through what I went through. Turned 18 right away, got that credit card, maxed it out on like who knows what. I'm sure it was shoes. And you know, just spent my entire 20s paying off a pair of Jordans probably. When I look back on it in hindsight, it was like, man, like if I would have just known about this concept in advance, I probably wouldn't have made the same mistakes that I did before, and it would have made my journey easier. Would have probably had that first house in my 20s. Probably would have had a business loan or line of credit to really get things off the ground. But I really started to take grasp of that and then take it from a responsibility standpoint and say like, let's really change this narrative, especially in communities of color. A lot of my friends, family members around me, like we have challenges with money, right? Like we don't come from generational wealth. And looking at things that can break cycles, I saw credit as a tool that could actually help break cycles. If you have good credit, you can use it as a tool to leverage out of your situation, right? Like you can get that startup capital to get your business off the ground. You can actually buy the home that you've been renting from your landlord for the past 5-6 years. I took a deeper look at the concept and said, this is how we break cycles. And I saw chores as a pathway to that. So KiddieKredit, in short, it's a chore tracking app that helps parents teach kids about credit by incentivizing productivity and rewarding good behavior. So think of that missed chore like a missed payment. The longer you've had a chore, like the longer you've had a credit card. Anytime a kid's asking for something, hey mom, can I get this? Hey dad, can I get this? It's ultimately like an inquiry. We just wanted to simplify these concepts so that when you turn 18, you have those fundamental aha moments like, I missed my car payment. That's like when I raked the leaves that day. So that's ultimately you know, the concept in short, and it's been cool to see it so widely received. I think what helped me was having started businesses before. You know, like I said, this is like business number 9 for me. So like the concept of KiddieKredit stayed in the back of my mind for a long time. I was like, man, like who knows how to build an app? Like this, it was just very foreign to me. You need a concept. That's your wireframe, right? Like you need a base product. You know, this is a test market, right? Like, you know, you have the MVP, all of these things I started to learn. We started out to have like an accelerator program. And I got connected to some super pivotal people, and I started learning about terms that were foreign to me, MVP, safe. If I had known that stuff earlier, I would have probably shaved 1 to 2 years off of my launch time and really wanted to be a part of something that kind of helped people on that journey, but also was very founder curated. So that was what led me to co-found the Black Men Talk Tech Conference, which we're in our 5th year. So that's kind of my, not like my give back, but it's just how do I help pull people up as I continue to ascend. 2021 was a great year for the company. It was a great year for me personally and professionally. I got married that year. We were winning pitch competition after pitch competition. But then 2022 was a personal challenge for me. I ended up unexpectedly, super unexpectedly losing my father. And then the second half of the year dealing with just skyrocketing prices in Miami and realizing like if we don't get on the other side of this thing called home ownership, we're just gonna be stuck in a rent cycle pitfall for a very long time. We finally found a house, ended up being a lot more work than we expected. 2022 just was a challenging year. This year felt like coming kind of on the other side of that. We concluded a fundraise. I had never tried to or even knew that raising venture capital for business is a thing. I was like, how do you raise money for a product that's not out and all of these types of things? So I had to really shift my mindset. I knew how much she struggled, but I knew how much she didn't want me to see it, right? Like, she used what she had to get me what she could, and like her work ethic, just no excuses. I want to make KiddieKredit successful, not really for me, but like I want her to actually just like, I know she won't stop doing a business, but I want her to not have to do all of the manufacturing herself. I think I've learned how resilient I am. I think a good and a bad thing is how dedicated I am to seeing this succeed. So I am trying to come out of that and develop a better like work-life balance. But what I've had to become better at is building a sales process, right? I'm getting a lot better at it. So I've been happy to see that. My passion exudes in this project and like other things. There's moments where if it was any other business, I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. If I had to pat myself on the back for anything, it would be for my resilience and ability to endure all challenges that this project has given me. I came here with the shallowest of reasons. I just wanted to be in Miami. I was tired of the cold. When I launched KiddieKredit, and was in that process, everybody was like, man, if you want to have an app, a tech startup, like you definitely can't do it in Miami. I think selflessly, it's been cool to be able to provide so many resources to founders that are coming into the city and just knowing the landscape instinctively. And then selfishly, it's been cool because I've been able to kind of fast track conversations with folks I've always wanted to be able to speak to. When you think of black, just black founders here in Miami, it's on a short list that has to change because I know way more than 10. I know way more than 20 that are doing tremendous work, if not better than I am. So it's just how do we amplify everybody's voice equally? You show up in rooms and we point out differences, not for the sake of pointing them out. We just understand there's different experience shares. Like there's going to be experiences that the people that I'm communicating with won't necessarily be able to understand on a deeper level. But I never lost sense of who I am or like, what my differences are just culturally. And having to like always speak on behalf it's not a burden. It's just an extra layer of thinking that a lot of people don't necessarily have to have. I'm always trying to make it easier for that person that looks like me, that's earlier in their journey, to be able to be called upon or accepted. It's just a responsibility that you feel as a member of the Black community. And I know I'm not in the minority when I speak about that type of circumstance. Diversity takes a diverse approach. Stay focused, kid. Stay focused. Find mentors. Don't be afraid to fail. And don't think you have all the answers. I used to really think I had all the answers. Ask, communicate more, be humble, save, make better financial decisions. That would be the thing. Make better financial decisions. Cut up your credit cards, kid. That would be my advice. Cut up your credit cards. Life doesn't stop, right? And when you owe, invoices keep coming, right? Like sometimes you just wish you could have a time freeze so you could just work because you're like, man, like I got 30 days. Oh, I just paid this. I got 30 days to figure it out before I got to pay it again. We can't feel so financially weighed down, right? I'm very fortunate too that everybody that's been an investor on our cap table really like believes in our mission, believes in me as an individual. I think the forward-thinking approach of Venture Miami, City Miami in general, is just like, how do we create kind of the model that allows a startup to go to a different city and say, hey, look, this is what we did with the city of Miami. This is the type of impact that was built. So I think it's scalable from the city side, and then I think it's scalable from the startup side too. Understanding that you're not inferior in this process, right? Like there's an area where you're an expert, right? And then lean in on where you can provide value. Don't be afraid to shoot your shot.